Hello friends, how are you guys today? Happy Friday, May the 1st. Can you believe we are finally out of April? Let me just tell you, April felt like the never-ending month. I don't know about the rest of you, but that's what it felt like to me. So hello, Sue, Crossley, Nicole, Cindy, Linda, Deanna, Rachel, Devin, Deb Roberts, Joan, Anna, the Cage Bead, Judy, Tanya, Mary, Vi, Denise, Leah, Leanne, Susan. So thank you for jumping in. I hope you guys are well today. We're going to have a fun day today. Jason is not going to be with us today. He's got something else going on. So Sammy's going to help me try to moderate and answer any questions that you guys may have. Hey, Doreen, how are you today? So yes, lots and lots of fun today. The project we're going to do today is the Duo Devotee Earrings. We've been talking about it all week. Today is finally here. And I tell you, I thought I had done a video on this, but evidently me and Sammy both looked and neither one of us could find it. So I don't guess I've ever done a video on it. Patty Grayson said to tell Mama Dale hello.
Tell him I need him to come help me make some kits.
Grayson, Mama Dale said she needed your help to come and make kits today. So we're going to do Duo Devotee today. To make the project, you're going to need a pair of ear wires, 2 yards of thread. I originally wrote the pattern with a 6-pound or an 8-pound fire line. You can use your 1G, your KO thread, whatever kind of thread you would like. Somebody asked about a 10-pound fire line. Don't think I would go up to a 10-pound fire line. Think you'll be in trouble if you try to use a 10-pound fire line. You need a size 12 needle, 12 Super Duo beads. Remember, check both your holes on those Super Duo beads. You're going to need 10 3mm. You can either use Bicone beads or fire polish beads. For this specific pattern, the fire polish beads work best, but either one will work. A 3mm rondelle may work, but you might have to adjust the counts on the seed beads a little bit. You're going to need 48 size 11 seed beads and approximately 140 size 15 seed beads. So that's what we're going to need for today. So I wanted to tell you 2 quick things. Number 1, I got an email today from Julie Ann Smith. She's offering 30% off on all of her patterns this weekend. So here is her website, and everything is 30% off. So I think that's a pretty great deal. So she's got a lot of great peyote patterns, brick stitch patterns. She's got a lot of fun stuff. So make sure to take advantage of that sale. She said no coupon code is needed. Your discount will show up in your shopping cart. So that is a Mother's Day sale that she's having. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is what I'm going to be doing next week. If you watched yesterday's video, which was April 30th, 2020, you will know that I announced starting next week, I was going not to be doing my 5 days a week anymore. I was going to drop down to 3 days a week live. So right now, I'm going to try to do those lives on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I wanted to show you what we're going to do next week. Let me grab the samples. Okay, hello to everybody jumping in. All right, so I have already gone through and I have listed the materials that you're going to need on the YouTube channel. So what that means, I don't think you can see it right now because we are live, but after the video, you can go back in over the weekend and you can look. And I want to show you where you can look. So let me flip the camera around here real quick. And you are seeing us right now. But I wanted to show you. Okay, so if you go to the channel and you look, there's a little drop down. There will be a little, mine says edit, but yours will be a little drop down. It will show you everything that we're doing next week and the materials that you're going to need. Okay, so it will show you all of this under the little drop down box under the video. There'll be a little like upside down V shape, and you'll be able to see it there to see everything that you will need for next week. So that way, if you want to try to get your materials together, you can do that over the weekend. So I wanted to show you what we'll actually be doing. So on Monday, we are going to be playing with a pendant that I did. I believe this one was from 2 years ago. This is the Paisley drop pendant. Okay, Joan, let's see, who says? Okay, so Joan Stranger says it's there now. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you guys can see it. So this was a pattern I did a few years ago, and it uses Zoli duos and Ava beads. I don't carry those in my store anymore, but I do carry the Paisley Duo beads and the Chevron beads. So I want to see if that will work in the pattern. So on Monday, we're going to work through this specific pattern, and we're going to see if we can switch out Paisleys for Zolis and the Chevrons for the Avas. And we're going to see, do we need to change counts or whatever do we need to do? So I think probably on Monday, if it works out, I'm going to make mine into a bracelet. So we'll get to see a whole thing. So we're probably looking at a longer video, more like a 2-hour video. So just be prepared for that. So this will be Monday. Tuesday, I'm going to do a pair of earrings. They are called the Hexagon Duo Earrings. These are earrings I did quite a few years ago when Super Duos first came out. They are fun little column earrings using Super Duos, size 11 seed beads, and 3mm bicone beads. Fire polish won't work so good, but rondelles would work good for this one. So that is coming up Tuesday. I do have a written pattern for both days, Mondays and Tuesdays, and those are on the website. And the video for Wednesday, which will be May the 6th, is going to be this fun ring. I did this many years ago before I started writing patterns. This is called the Pillowtop Ring. It's a fun little ring. It uses 4mm bicones. As you can see, I've used multiple colors, and it uses 4mm fire polish beads. So the base is fire polish beads, and the top is bicone beads. I've never written a pattern for this one, so I'm going to try to write a pattern for this one over the next couple of days. So that's my plan for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So a few questions. Deborah Gibson wants to know, can you use a 2mm fire polish today? Maybe, Deborah. I would say try it and see what happens. I'd never tried the 2mm fire polish with this pattern. So you could always try it and let us know if you like it or not, or if it works. Patricia Williams wants to know, what's the Pantone color of the year? I believe it's a blue, like a sapphire color blue. It's a really pretty blue. But if you'll, Patricia, if you will go to Google and just put in 2020 Pantone color of the year, it should pop up for you, and you should be good to go. Okay, so new to this says it's classic blue. So thank you new to this. Hey, Maggie May. Let's see. Oh, Doreen. She said, how did your garlic knots turn out? Oh, girl, they turned out so good. I was so proud of them, and my husband just looked at them and was like, oh. But I was very proud of them, and they turned out good. I'm going to try to type up the recipe over the weekend for you guys. So yeah, there we go. Okay, well, let me see. What time is it? Is it time to get started? Oh, it's 1:05. We're 5 minutes off, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with 1 yard of thread. These aren't very big, so they're fun to do. They're a little bit quick to do. So, Deborah Gibson, if you try the 2mm fire polish, please let us know if it works good. So let's go ahead and switch the camera around. If you get motion sickness, make sure to turn your head. I have already posted the direct link to the pattern if you want a written pattern. It's at the very top. So if you scroll all the way up to the top of the chat section, it's there in the chat section. I've also posted it in the comment section, but I don't think you can see the comment section yet. That'll be after the video. Give me one more second and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post a link to it one more time in case you need it. If you'll just bear with me for one moment. So that way you guys will have it if you need it. If you don't need it, I'm going to be doing it step by step today. So no worries. No worries at all. These are going to be fun. Like I said, I don't think I've ever done these actually online before or on a video. So hopefully it'll work out as good as it did for me in 2016. If it turns out to be a hot mess today, then it's just a hot mess. Can you use a size 10 needle? I would say yes, but if you're going to use a size 10 needle, make sure that you maybe use a thinner thread, like maybe a 4-pound thread or something, because you're going to have a hard time getting your needles through several times. Okay, somebody wants to know what my shirt says. There you go. That's what my shirt says today. So, okay. I'm going to flip the camera. So if you get seasick, motion sickness, whatever, turn your head so that way it won't mess up on you too bad. It's a beautiful day today. Sharon Cochran, where did the name come from? Are you talking about my shirt? If you're talking about my shirt, it is from a song. That's the song title. Hello to everybody who is jumping in. Okay, so today I am using a 3mm Crystal AB fire polish. I am using a size 15. This is a Duracoat galvanized light smoky pewter. I'm using an 11-0 Toho nickel and a metallic suede blue for my seed bead, or for my super duos. I'm gonna grab me some Fireline here. Shoot, no, never mind. I ain't using Fireline today. Y'all know how much I dislike that stuff. We're gonna try some Dura thread today. Try a little something different. It's Friday, why not? So if it turns out a hot mess, well, it just turns out a hot mess. Okay. Hello, everyone, just jumping in. We are making Duo Devotee Earrings today. Hopefully, they're going to turn out fabulous. If it doesn't, it's Jason's fault for not being with us today. Oh, okay. Number 1, thread a needle onto 1 yard piece of Fireline. Thread on 111 and go back through the bead again, leaving a short tail so that the 11-0 becomes your stop bead. So, let's do what I say here. Okay, so I've got 111. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to leave myself maybe about, let me measure it here for my precise folks. I'm going to leave about 3 inches tails. Okay, then I'm going to go back through the same bead again, and I'm going to hold that bead in place as I pull the thread through. So this becomes my stop bead. This is going to help my beads not fall off as I work. Step 2, thread on 6 duo beads and let them fall to the stop bead. So first thing, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to count out my 6. So 3, 6. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check all the holes to make sure that all my holes are good and not plugged through. You would hate to thread these on and have a plugged hole. Doesn't matter which hole you pick up. So we got 6. And I'm going to let it drop down. Oh, let's see. Bobby Brian says, why do you dislike Fireline? I just do, Bobby. It's a personal preference. Okay. Go through the second hole of the last duo. Your needle will be facing the other 5 duos. So I threaded them on. Now we're going to do that quote unquote step up where we go through the other hole. So I am coming out here. I have my 6 beads. So on the 6th one, I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to come through the hole, the second open hole, coming back towards those other 5 beads. Sharon, go ahead and ask. Okay. Okay, so I have my beads here laid out, and you can see they're kind of already making a little curve. If I pull them out, they'll stay flat, but it's making a little curve here. Okay, number 4. Thread on 111 and go through the open hole of the next duo. Repeat this 4 more times. So we pick up a bead and go through the open hole of the next duo. Okay, can the kit for the coat of many colors be used for doing the carrier beads? I don't think you'll have enough beads in the kit. You might have enough beads to do half of the carriers that would be in the necklace if you wanted to do the necklace, but I have a feeling I don't think there would be enough beads in there. If you will, Sharon, if you will look on the website, on the pattern, I think I've got the patterns on the website. If you'll actually click on, when you pull it up, if you'll click on it, it'll take you to the details, product details, and I think it'll tell you how many grams of each color you need. And I think it's more than what comes in the bracelet kit. Okay, so if you look right here, you see I missed putting a seed bead on right here. So I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to come back out of here. And I'm going to come through the bead again here. Okay, and I've got one more I've got to do. So I pick up my 11 and I go through the next duo. So once I get around, you'll see that I'm coming out of the bottom hole of that first bead that I added. Okay. And that's exactly what we have. So step 5 says, once you're exiting the last duo, jump through the top hole of the last duo and then through the top hole of the other 5 duos. So that just means I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to come all the way through. Pull taut. Your piece should now have a nice arch. If it doesn't, you're not pulling the thread tight enough. Okay? So I've got my little loop of beads here. So I'm going to come to this hole here at the top. I'm not going to go through the 11. I'm going to go through just the super duos, and I'm only going through these kind of inside holes here. And I'm going to pull the thread tight. Okay, so I've got a pretty good arch there. I would say I'm happy with that little arch, so no worries. Okay, so now we're going to go on to step 6. Thread on 13 11/0s and go through the top inside hole of the opposite duo. Do not go through the stop bead. So my thread is coming out here. I'm going to pick out those 13 11/0s, and then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to come across to basically that first duo. So I'm coming out of the last one and I'm going to come through the top hole of the first one. So when I pull it, there will be an arch of beads like this. So 13 11s, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So again, I'm coming out of this last hole over here, and I'm going to come across to this first one. And remember, don't go through the stop bead, just go through the top hole of that duo. So when you pull it, it's going to look, hopefully, something like this. Number 7, continue through the top hole of the next 5 duos and then through the 7 11s. So I'm going to go through I'm coming out here, I'm going to go through these 5 and then through 7 of the 11s. So I'm going to go through these inside holes here. So just these here on the inside. I'm not doing anything to these at the bottom yet. This is why you definitely don't want to use like a 10-pound fire line or anything like that, because it's going to make these, you won't be able to get back through some of these beads and you'll end up busting and you'll end up in a big hot mess cry session, and we don't want that today. Kathleen says, so happy to have found you here doing such lovely thing in these times for so many. I'm very grateful. Kathleen, thank you. And I just want to remind everybody, if you're new here, please hit that big red subscribe button so that way you guys will be able to get updates about my videos. So now I'm going to go through 7 of these 11s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to go through one more. Well, hey, Becky. Thanks for joining in from Istanbul, Turkey. Lord, I hope I said that right. I read an article today online, actually, from your same place where a girl was hiking and she fell. Like, she went over what was it, Sammy? She climbed over the fence to take her picture at like a waterfall or somewhere like that, and she ended up, she did it to celebrate being out of lockdown, and then she ended up falling. And 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I should have 6 beads here, 6 beads here, and I'm coming out of the middle one, or that 7th one, I should say. Okay. Hey, Miss Lois. Glad you're here with us today. Okay. Tamara says, your videos have brought me happiness, especially after being laid off. Fortunately, I still have enough beads in my stash to keep me going in a job interview on Tuesday. Oh, that's awesome. I am so glad to hear that. Good luck. We really, really hope you get that job. Definitely. Okay, number 8. Thread on 6 15s and go back through the same 11-0 you are exiting to make a circle. Go back through the 6 11s again. Okay, that should be a 15. Go back through the 6 15s again to reinforce, and then through the next 4 11s. So, if you have the pattern, this should be 15s. Go back through the 6 15s again to reinforce, and then through the next 4 11s. Your thread should be exiting the 4th 11 from the duo. So I'm going to make my loop, and then I'm going to go so that I am exiting out here. Kobe, off today and beading with you guys. Hey, Kelly Christian. Kelly, I hope you were able to deliver all them babies the other day. Kelly is an awesome essential worker delivering babies, so thank you, Miss Kelly. We greatly appreciate that. Okay, so I did my 6 15s. I went back through to make my little loop here. Now I'm going to go through these beads again. It's always better to have reinforcement. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do it again. There's no such thing as too much reinforcement. Okay, so 1. Carol, my garlic knots turned out fabulous. Thank you for asking. I was quite happy with them bad boys. And Darlene Reynolds got herself a little surprise last night when I dropped her some off. Bobby says, why did you do the beaded loop instead of using wire guardians? If you want to, you can definitely use wire guardians. I just kind of find out that I end up breaking them if they have wire guardians. So it's completely up to you. These are just suggestions. You kind of do what you want to do. But you can see here, I'm coming out of this bead, and I still have 3 more beads before I get to the Super Duo. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this through. Oh, now Sammy's sucking up. He says, okay, wait a minute. How long did it take to make the garlic knots? Oh, they were a labor of love, honestly. You had to put them, you had to make the dough first and let it rise for an hour. I was afraid to actually, I think Doreen was the one who suggested yesterday I could put them in the, not the Instapot, maybe my air fryer. I can't remember. One of the appliances and hurry up the system, but I was a little afraid to. But then once you get it, you have to put them in their little knot shape, and then you got to let them sit another 30 minutes. But they were worth it. Okay. Hello from Israel. Okay, so let's see. Did this. Okay. Thread on 3 11s and go through the outside hole of the next duo. So we're going to do 3 11s. We're coming through this outside hole. Now I'm going to go ahead and read this next step. 10. Continue on through the beads to exit the outside hole of the last duo. Oh, Aunt Dar's on here. She said they were good. So once I get 3, I'm going to come all the way around to here. So if you want to, if it kind of throws you off a little bit, you can grab a hold of your stop bead and kind of pull it back a little bit. So that way you don't mess anything up or get confused. But I've got 3 11s. And I'm going to come through this outer hole and then basically all the way around to over here. Hello from the Netherlands. We're glad you could be with us today. Leah says, we have an Italian restaurant that serves garlic knots. I get them every time we go there, as I can't make them at home like theirs. I understand that, but I think I'm a pretty big fan. I don't know if I'll ever buy the boxed garlic knots again, to be honest with you. I was pretty happy with the way they turned out. Okay, so I'm coming out all the way over here at this last Super Duo now. Hi from Scotland. Hello, hello. Thank you all for joining us. So this is what we've got so far. It's still kind of a funky little mess, but I promise you, it's going to be fabulous. It's not going to be a hot mess. We are not going to have a hot mess day. 11. Thread on 3 11s. Skip 3 11s on the arc and go through the next 10 11s. Stay to the outside of the arc and don't go through the beads to the inside. So we are going here. We're going all the way around to come out of this bead here. Okay, so that's where we want to be. Ooh, I haven't thought about that, Deborah. I might need to investigate on that. All I can say is I love my little paddle attachment for my KitchenAid mixer. That made my life so much easier. Okay, so I've got my 3 11s. I'm going to skip 3 11s, and I'm going to come all the way around to come out to this outside one here. So 1, 2, 3, and then pop up here. I think we probably are making each other hungry, chatting about all of the food. Me and Gloria, another a lady who has called me the last couple of days, we chatted about food after we got done with the live yesterday. Okay, so my thread is coming out here, and now we are going to 15s, I think. Yes, we are. Thread on 5 15s and go through the next 11. Okay, so here's my 5 15s. I'm skipping the duo, and I'm going to go through that next 11 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Leah says that she has the pasta roller. Ooh. So I'm coming out here. I'm skipping the duo, and I'm picking up 5 15s, and I'm going to go through the next 11. Hey, Miss Judy Jennings. Marie, I did not get a chance to type that up. I left the little recipe book at home. I'm going to try to type that up over the weekend for you guys so you'll see it. So I did my 5/15s, skipped the duo, and went through the 11 there. Ooh, and that puts us on the next page. Yay. Repeat step 12 5 more times. So we are basically going to do 5/15s and go through the next 11 all the way around. Oh, Doreen said it's the Instant Pot. You can poof the dough to make the bread. Oh, girl. She said, I've never done it. You want me to be the one to try it, don't you? It'd be one of those, I can see it now. I'll be on Pinterest. You know, it says it's supposed to work, but it's an epic fail or something like that. I love those. Me and Sammy love to watch that show on YouTube or on Netflix called Nailed It. And it's the same thing. They give people Pinterest things that have been seen on Pinterest, like baking, to see if people could do it. Like if they nailed it and did it good, or if it was an epic fail. Wait, did I put 6 there? I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. So I'm going to pop one of these little beads. I don't have me a bread maker. Maybe that's what I need to ask for next. It's going to be a long wait, though. I don't think that's a Mother's Day gift. Okay. Here we go. Much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to pick up my bead here. Okay, Patsy, can you get a written copy of the project? You can, Sweet Pea. If you want a written copy, I have them for sale on my website at offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. Okay, I got a bead there that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I test, like, my bead here wouldn't go over my needle head, so I just flicked that little sucker off and grabbed another one. Oh, I love some Six Sisters stuff. I do. Love, love, love. I tell you, another baker I love to watch on YouTube is Bigger, Bolder Baker. She is Irish, but I think she lives in LA or somewhere, but she is awesome to watch. And then I found a guy this weekend. He calls his show The Preppy Kitchen. Oh my gosh, I just love that little guy. He's fabulous. Okay, so you can see here I have another bead that the 15 doesn't want to go over the little head. So I'm going to pull the two good ones off here. I'm going to take this one and throw it over to the pile because unbeknownst to me, I probably just picked up the same bead. Everyday Annie. Ooh, need to check out Everyday Annie. Hi from the UK. Hey, Susan. We are making a pair of Duo Devotee Earrings today. Tamara, I love the Preppy Kitchen. That guy is awesome. I know. I love him. He's so just, oh, I could just pinch his little cheeks. He's so cute. Okay. So, continue on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. So, we did that. Continue on through the next 12 11s and then through the 3 15s. Be sure to stay to the outside of the arc. So, that means I'm coming out here. I'm just going to come all the way around so that I'm coming out of the third 15 of my first set of 5 here. So, okay. I tell y'all, I might come out of this self whatever, a baker, who knows. I love learning new stuff. Anytime I can learn something new, it makes me happy. Oh, thank you, Nan. I appreciate that. You guys can be so sweet. I just love it. Okay. And guys, if you're new here and this is the first time you're catching me live, just remember I'm about halfway, almost done with this earring. So you can catch the replay. This will be uploaded onto YouTube and you can catch the replay and see the whole project. Also, please make sure to hit that big red subscribe button if you are enjoying the videos so you can keep up to date with all of the cool stuff that we do on our channel. So 15 says thread on 115, 1 3mm, and 115. Go through the middle bead of the next arc. This is the third 15 of the set of 5. So we're going to do a 15, a 3mm, and a 15. Remember, you could do a bicone, a fire polish, a rondelle may work. And Deborah Gibson, I think you were the one who were asking about the, will a 2mm fire polish work? You might want to put, if you're going to use a 2mm fire polish, you may want to do an 11, a 2mm, and an 11 instead of the 15s. I can't get it out today. So a 15, a 3mm, and a 15. Dura thread. I actually sell Dura thread on my website, offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. If you are over in the UK, oh gosh, what is the name of that store? Oh, why can't I think of it right now? Oh, I'll Google search it. Just give me a minute. I'll tell you. But you can get it directly from them in the UK. I'll have to think about the name of it. So I've got my loop of 5 here. I'm going to go through that middle bead. Spoiled Rotten Beads. Yes, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going through the middle bead of the set of 5. So it pops my bead in place. And they're actually the ones who came up with that. Juliet and her team at Spoiled Rotten. They're the ones who came up with that thread. I actually like it. I really enjoy it. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Just, you know, always playing. The Bead Queen. I've never heard of the Bead Queen. That's pretty cool. Okay, so repeat step 15 4 more times. So we're going to add 4 more of the fire polish beads along the bottom here. And then, let's see, thread through the outside beads to exit the 15 right before the first 3mm. So we're going to do this, and we're going to come all the way around to come out of this 15 right before our fire polish bead. So we got this. We can do this. So 15, 3mm, 15, and then I go through the middle bead of my next set here. The thing I like about the Dura thread is it's really good when you use crystals. They have a good, really strong abrasion on them, so it doesn't shred the thread like it does sometimes with Fireline and things like that. I will say a lot of people have a hard time threading a size 12 needle with it. I don't when I use tulips. If you try to use a pony needle, I have a little bit of a harder time, but if I'm using tulips, I don't have too hard of a time threading the needle. I do not wax the Dura thread. Nope, working straight with it today. So this is what it looks like so far. I am loving it. So now I'm going to stitch all the way through, boom, all the way out here to come out of this bead over here. Okay, let's see. This is Roberta from Virginia. My aunt is visiting and watching. Will you please say hello to us? Hello, Roberta and Roberta's aunt. We are so glad you are here with us today. Absolutely glad you're here. Does the Dura thread come in any other colors? It comes in smoke or black, and it comes in white as of right now. And the good thing about the Dura thread, it doesn't come off. The color doesn't come off on my hands. So if you've used 1G, KO threads like that, to me it's a lot like that, but it's a little bit silkier. It just, I don't know. I just really like it. But like I said, some people love it. Some people hate it. To me, you have to do a project, you know, at least 5 to 8 projects before you know if you really like a thread or not. Okay, so I'm coming out of that 15 right there. Liking how this is looking so far. Let's go on to step 18. Thread on 5 15s, skip the 3mm, and go through the next 3 15s. Okay, now wait a minute. Thread on 5 15s, skip the 3mm, and go through the next 3. I think that should be third. Oh no, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I am right. Lord help me. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now I see. Okay, and then I am going to skip the 3mm and I'm going to go through these 3 11s here, or 15s, sorry. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to make a little loop there. Blandina, Jason is not with us today, sweetie. If somebody can remember that from yesterday, will you help Blandina out? Okay, repeat step 18 once more. So we're going to pick up 5 15s and go through the 3 15s here in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip the 3mm and I'm going to go through these 3 15s here. Okay. So got this so far. Step 20. Thread on 7 15s, skip the 3mm and go through the next 3 15s. Repeat 18 2 more times, pull off the stop bead and tie off your threads. Woohoo! So we're going to do 7 15s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to skip the 3mm and then I'm going to go through these 3 15s. Okay. Paul says, what needles do you use most often? Oh, I love me a good tulip needle. I do love tulips. I use them a lot because they last me a lot longer. This tulip needle here, I have been using it all week, and you can see it still sticks straight. Really, really love my tulip needles. Now, they're more expensive, but to me, they're very much worth the money. I also use pony needles, and I also have tried some John James needles this week. So I've been kind of playing with some different needles, seeing what I like. I tell you, I really am actually liking the John James size 10 needles. So we'll see. Oh, y'all, I'm loving this one. 2, 3. Man, makes me wonder why it's been 4 years since I've done one. Because it's cute. Okay. So the earring is done. Look how easy and fun that is. Oh, I love it. These will be great to wear with denim. So now I'm just going to tie off the thread. So my needle's coming out between this 15 and this 11. So I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to go under the thread here. Hey, Patricia Morgan. I'm going to leave myself a little loop and come back through and pull that thread. Patricia, unfortunately, Jason's not with us today. He is busy today. Little stinker, that work always gets in the way. I tell you what. Nah, we're joking if Jason's catching this on the replay. Sammy is helping me today. So, okay. So, got those kind of tied off, and I'm going to stitch through some more beads. And you can see it's getting kind of tight to get my needle through here now. Might be not be able to go up to the top. There we go. Sammy, everybody's saying hey to you. Okay, so I've got that one done. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip off the end here. The scissors I'm using today, I actually got these at Walmart. I travel with these on airplanes because they can be folded up like this. And I've never, well, I'm going to say this now. Next time I go through TSA, I'll get stopped. But they've never stopped me for these little scissors. So they're fantastic. And they cut really well. They're, I think they're Fiskars. I'm not 100% sure. But they're great little scissors, that's for sure. So now I'm going to take my stop bead, or I took the stop bead off. Oh, and now I am going. Yes, they do cut fireline, Patricia. They cut fireline quite well. I've not honestly found anything that they don't cut yet. They cut fairly well. They cut this Dura thread really good. I actually, and I'll leave them. Like if I'm going to travel, I normally just buy a new pair because I keep these everywhere. So I normally buy a new pair and keep them in the packet because the packet actually says it's TSA approved. So, Sammy, did you just see what Deb Reynolds posted?
No. Well, I'm not yet.
She says, Sammy, just keep telling her how awesome those garlic knots are.
I wouldn't know. Darlene does that.
Okay, all right. And I'm going to get through 1 or 2 more beads here, and then this one will be done too. Okay. Okay, let me find the little scissors here. And now all I would have to do is I would have to add my little ear wire, and then these are done. Why did you use 7/15s in the middle instead of 5, basically? I used 7 because I wanted a little bit bigger of a loop here, especially if you're using Toho seed beads. These loops become a little bit bigger. So these actually kind of look like they're all close together, but if you see a pair made with the Tohos, these look a little bit more open. So it's nice to kind of have this bigger one. If you wanted to, you could also stitch around and back through, and you could come through 4 of these, skip the 5th one, and then go through 4 more. And what it'll do is it'll make this into a point. So it will actually kind of bring this one, and let me grab a hold of it, and it will point it out a little bit. Yeah, like that. So it'll actually point it out a little bit. So if you go through and you come back through again and you skip this middle bead in the set of 7, it'll make that little point. So you could actually have a point down there if you want to. So it's just fun, little something fun to do. So I'm going to flip the camera back around. We'll see if there's any dumpster divers out there today or anything like that. Let's see. Let me get my camera going here. Nope, don't see any out there today. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you guys learned something new today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. It's super simple, super easy, makes a really, really fun gift, especially for people like my friend Sandy, who likes these little tiny earrings. I like these bigger ones. How soon will it be available on YouTube? Marie, it should be like less than 10 minutes. It normally doesn't take long for it to upload. So once we finish, it'll immediately start uploading, and it shouldn't take too long. And I don't know how you got here, like if you clicked on a link to come here, but if you clicked on a link, you should be able to do that. Okay, Maggie, this is not the last live stream. It is for this week, but we have projects for Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesday of this coming week. So if you'll watch the beginning of this video, like once it uploads, watch the beginning and you will be able to see the list of what we're going to do. And if you look down below where I'm at, right down here, there is a little drop down box, like a little drop down arrow. If you click on that arrow, it will open up and it'll tell you what the video is about today. And I also have the projects listed and all the materials that you would actually need. So if you want to kind of gather your materials over the weekend and be good to go, you can. How do you mount your camera when you're using your phone? I actually am using my tripod that I use for my expensive camera that I normally do my videos with. It's a pretty pricey one, but I will tell you, Amy, I found, oh, excuse me, something has got my nose itching. The pollen's are really high today. I ordered this on Amazon. It's actually an adjustable mount, it's got, you can adjust it up to 3 inches, this part right here, so you can clip it onto something, and then it comes with the clip for your cell phone. So I actually bought this, and I think I might try this next week if I can get it to work the way I wanted to. I actually bought one of these for my tablet, and I love it. Like when I do my cooking classes online, that I take through another place, I hook this onto my counter so I can have my tablet sticking up to see what's going on while I do that. I know, Deborah, I'm not supposed to touch my nose, but I promise you I washed my hands just a little while ago. So, yeah, we don't want to get the Rona, that's for sure. All right, friends. Well, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I've got an e-class that I'm doing with some of my locals tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get out and have fun. I'm gonna get out in my yard. I got a what did I get? I got a horseshoe set for my birthday, and I got a croquet set for my birthday. So it looks like it's gonna be a fun weekend because it's supposed to be like 85 here by Sunday. So all right, everybody, y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure hit that red subscribe button so that way you'll be get notifications about it. So we'll see y'all later. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.